What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since I put out a video, but there has been quite a few changes in my life that I'll go over at the end of the video to kind of bring everyone back up to speed, what's been going on and why I haven't made a video in a while. And this video just happens to be something that I thought of making a long time ago, completely forgot about it, had a lot of stuff happen, and I was working on a piece and I saw these jars here and I remembered, like, hey, you were supposed to do a video on that. So today's video is, if you can't tell by the title, I have placed some of the 3D printing resin into cleaning solutions or into some kind of thing for, I wanted to do it for a month, but it's probably been about 2 months since I put this stuff in here, and I have kept it in the shop, which the shop is outside. There's no air conditioning, which is why I haven't been able to work in it a lot. It has been unbearably hot and humid here. So all my stuff has mainly been on the computer with 3D printing files, all that jazz. And today we get to find out what happens to the photo curing resin that you put in a resin 3D printer when you leave it in simple green for 2 months, alcohol for 2 months, water for 2 months, and just regular air. So I'm going to be pulling this stuff out one at a time, starting with the regular one. Now, I'm not expecting much to have happened to this one. Maybe the heat kind of changed it a little bit, made it more brittle, I don't know, that kind of thing. But from the way it feels and sounds like, this is all support material from other prints. It hasn't changed much, it doesn't seem like. And based on the fact, like, from breaking this stuff off of 3D prints, it feels about the same. It feels exactly the same. So it doesn't seem like anything, of course, happened with the air 3D print. Now I will be putting this stuff back in to the containers, and we'll see what happens in like maybe another 2-3 months, who knows. So now I need to fish out. Next up is a cleaning solution I've been using since all the COVID stuff has started, because isopropyl alcohol is hard to get a hold of. So hopefully I can get this out. Blow bubbles with it, that's cool. So based on the air one and from the support material that I've done, it's slippery because the simple green, it's concentrated simple green, it's not diluted in any way, so it's very soapy, so it's slippery. But based on the feel of like regular, it's got the same amount of flexibility. Actually, I think it might have a little bit more flexibility in it. Oh, it just broke. So it's got about the same amount of flexibility in it as the one that's been exposed to just air for the entire 2 months. So it doesn't seem like it would lose any structural stuff based on just being in simple green for 2 months. So let's put that back in, cover it up, and then wait another 2 months. Next up, we have plain old everyday H2O, that good dihydrogen monoxide, also known as water. Let's see how this goes. This looks like it got a little bit, the water doesn't look as clear as when I put it in. I don't know if it may have been from the dirt that was already on the 3D print, maybe some dust, that sort of stuff. But I'm going to see if I can get it to where I can grab it with the tweezers. Maybe I don't need to get it with the tweezers. Alright, so this is a piece of a raft from a different part. Now, this was already cracked, and to me, it doesn't feel any different than the stuff from air. I mean, it might be a little bit more brittle, but that's just because it's a flat piece versus a round piece. So I'm going to have to grab possibly some support material to go through and figure out if that was the case. But from this part where there's some surface irregularities, it does not feel like it's lost any strength, integrity, or anything like that. And for this one, last but not least, we have alcohol. This is, I believe, 70% isopropyl alcohol. It's the only thing I could find in the store, so that's why there's a very little bit of it, and I actually have a real top for this one, so it didn't evaporate as time went on. This is 70% alcohol. From shaking it, it doesn't look like there's any kind of change based on it. I figured maybe the isopropyl alcohol would eat away at it over time, because that is the primary cleaning solution for these resin prints. So I would be under the assumption that it might have lost some of its integrity by the isopropyl alcohol or the IPA getting in there and maybe causing some change in the stuff. We'll have to take it out to find out. There it is. Now I'm going to seal this thing back up because I'm going to be putting that back in there later. So this definitely, oh yeah, there has some change been going on here. This definitely feels a lot more fragile being soaked. It's definitely more flexible and bendy, and it doesn't have that snap as the air or the simple green or the water did. So definitely leaving your prints in isopropyl alcohol definitely has some change to the integrity. It is more flexible, but it also is more fragile than the other cleaning solutions. So I would not suggest leaving your prints in the alcohol when you clean it, but let's just put it back and then see what another few months does. We'll see if it breaks it down completely in a year. Who knows? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below of what would happen to all these if I left all these things just sitting in this shed environment, the shop environment, for a year. See if the simple green might break down some stuff. See if the rubbing alcohol or the isopropyl alcohol will actually completely dissolve this, because this is actually surprising to me. I figured once the photo curing resin was done, it was stable, it was good to go, but leaving it in the alcohol for almost 2 months definitely did penetrate the resin. It definitely caused some sort of change in it, which made it a lot more fragile. Flexible, but way more fragile. It snapped a lot softer than the simple green and the air and the water did. Now for the reason why you haven't seen a video out in a while, it's because I am going back to school, keeping ducks in a line, keeping the shop like running, getting these things done. Film takes up a lot of time and a lot of energy, and I've been feeling rather down lately, so I'm gonna be 100% honest. Making a video hasn't been my top priority. My top priority is my family, the animals, and my friends and stuff like that, but I want to get back to creating the content for you guys. I thank you for sticking around. As always, there are links down in the description below. I am in the process of making a Patreon page, so if you want to help support me there, I will release a video saying that, hey, it's available if you want to contribute to helping out the channel. Share the page, like the page, leave comments on what kind of things you want me to do. Remember to follow the Instagram page at NupEffects. The podcast is at a hiatus right now. Just got done with season 1 a few weeks ago. Season 2, I'm getting all the ducks in a row, figuring out the podcast scheduling for that for Effects University, which everything is in the link in the description. So remember to like, subscribe, stay safe, stay healthy, and I will see you on the next one.